Hey everyone, in this video I want to share my quick and easy way to design a fun game prototype. Step 1. Steal a game mechanic that you really like. The trick is not to choose a really great game that has executed perfectly on that game mechanic, but to choose a really bad game. Bonus points if you can't stop playing the game, but you really know that the game is terrible because it has so many flaws. Step 2. Note down all the things that you really like about the game mechanic and all the things that really frustrate you about the game in general. This step comes really natural to me because whenever I play a bad game, my brain already starts working on what could be improved. This technique really gets the ideas flowing. It's always easier to start with a game that's already existing than to start from nothing at all. And you will find that you can come up with a really unique game this way because with time your game will really deviate from the source. So as an example, I have the game that I'm currently working on. It's based on OrkAttack, which is an obscure old game with a great game mechanic. You play as a knight and pick up stones and throw them at orcs that try to climb the castle walls. It starts pretty easy, but it gets tricky fast. Often you need to hit multiple orcs with one stone to not get overrun. But even if they make it onto the wall, you won't be dead. You can swap your stone for a sword and defend yourself, but then you get killed by crossbow orcs or magic orcs that kill you when they reach the top, or you get attacked from left and right simultaneously. You can also attack them with the stone when they are about to reach the top of the wall. So there are really a lot of options to defend yourself while the game constantly introduces new enemies and bosses. Unfortunately, some flaws really ruin the game. The worst one is the controls of the knight that make it really hard to throw an accurate stone and get a juicy combo. Also, if you die, you have to start from the beginning, and the first levels are really boring and easy. In between each of these levels there's this terrible cleaning minigame that just wastes your time, and you will die a lot, so you will play this terrible cleaning minigame a lot. So the idea for my game prototype is to simply do an improved version that is hopefully really fun. First step is to set a scope for the prototype. I really wanted to focus on some juicy hits so that when I hit the orc it really feels good and you can control the stone. I wanted to add some skills and upgrades because I thought that this game could be a really unique roguelike, where you can choose different skills and upgrades every run, so it's not that frustrating when you have to replay the first level a couple of times. Here you can see my first game prototype. There are just a couple of shapes that have colliders, and you can throw the stone down and it collides with the capsules and bounces predictably, so you can try to hit multiple enemies. This took me about 4 hours. The next step is to add some graphics, and there I had to overcome my first serious problem. I wanted some enemies that have a climbing animation, and I couldn't find any on sites that sell game art like itch.io or Game Dev Market. So I decided to just take some normal platformer enemies that can jump and walk and attack and have them get up the wall as you would in a jump and run game. This was a really good idea in hindsight because now I can do some actual level design and the game does not look like an obvious clone to people who are familiar with the source game. If you want to play it, I put a link in the description below, and I will post more devlogs about my game in this channel. So feel free to subscribe and like and get notified about new videos. While doing research for this video, I noticed that OrkAttack is a remake of an old game that is a remake of an old game, so my game will be the 4th iteration of this game idea. And I really found it interesting to see what changed over the years. So 4th time is the charm, hopefully. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.